Could anime games be making a comeback? At first, this might sound like a stupid question. They never went anywhere, so what could I mean? I mean anime games with genuine passion behind them and the budget to actually make them good. Xenoverse and Fighters have been carrying the anime game scene lately, and by lately I mean damn near a decade. After Naruto Storm 4 died down, there have been very few anime games with any passion behind them, and the only ones that really came up were Fighters and Xenoverse. Games that, even if people didn't like them, they would usually put some level of respect on them. But now it seems like the general consensus on both of those games that have been carrying the scene are 1. Fighters is damn near unplayable to a lot of its original player base, and Xenoverse has long since overstayed its welcome. At least that seems to be the consensus on the internet. Alongside the hype for those games dying down, you also get games like Jujutsu Kaisen Cursed Clash coming out, something that came out clearly unfinished and needed to be in the oven for a few more years. Or you get games like the My Hero ones that are either not good, or they come out but can't retain the hype, and then they announce this foolishness for a Hunter x Hunter game, which either needs to be free or needs to be given a budget so that it can be properly developed, because that game looks like it belongs on an NES. But with that negativity there's also Dragon Ball Sparking Zero and Bleach Rebirth of Souls. Dragon Ball Sparking Zero is the game that Dragon Ball fans have been fiending for well over a decade, and I'm a part of that group. Budokai Tenkaichi 2 and 3 were my favorite games for a long time and probably still would be there if I still played them. And Sparking Zero seems to be a return to form for what is a lot of people's favorite Dragon Ball games. It's not a false promise like Ultimate Tenkaichi, and it's not a neutered version of the formula like Raging Blast, though I still love Raging Blast, but we're returning to peak form, and seemingly better than before. Modern graphics, new mechanics, new characters, and new game modes. This is looking to be a game that Bandai would be willing to support for as long as they've supported Xenoverse. If not, they will be willing to continue this formula. But hopefully they just fix the game instead of breaking it like what they did with Fighters and Xenoverse. First seeing Sparking Zero and then getting all the way to this point where we've seen gameplay of it and that it comes out in a few months, I've believed that we could be entering a new era for anime games. But then games like Cursed Clash got released, then we started seeing stuff like the Hunter x Hunter game, and I started losing hope. And then Bleach gets a game, and it looks good. We've gotten significantly less on Rebirth of Souls than we've gotten on Sparking Zero, but so far what they've shown is showing a game that has soul behind it, and the budget to back up any passion behind the developers of the game. These games could and hopefully will mark a turning point for anime games. Even as somebody who just started reading Bleach 2 days before the Rebirth of Souls game got announced, I was excited. Both of these games have hype behind them that a lot of games could only wish they had. And with a proper support and development team, these games could last a long time without getting stale. Or it could be the start of a new generation of Tenkaichi games, or for a series of AAA Bleach games to come out. If there were franchises that could lead that charge into a new era for anime games, it would be these two. Dragon Ball is the godfather of shonen anime, and Bleach is one of the big three, and was the most slept on of the big three for the longest time. Hopefully One Piece and Naruto can get a slice of this too, and I'd want all of these games to be arena fighters, because there is a point to be proven. People aren't sick of arena fighters, they're sick of bad arena fighters. I see the potential for a new Naruto game franchise, or a new One Piece game franchise, both of which could have AAA game budget. And once Bleach's anime wraps up, maybe we could get a full game for that too, including everything from the beginning of it to the end of it, instead of it cutting off at an arbitrary point like what's rumored to happen. I get that hoping that anime games can be good is just wishful thinking at this point. We have 2 coming out that look promising, but only time will tell if we actually get a series of good anime games, or if these 2 getting love and attention is just a fluke. In the event that anime games do get a renaissance and start getting consistently good games, what's an IP that you'd like to see get a game? I have 2 answers. An Arena Fighter One Piece game, because there's no way that they can make another bad One Piece game, right? Right? The second answer is a Data Live game that plays like a Persona game, like an action dating sim style with a unique story. And if you play Persona games, scumbag route every time. That's what I've got to say, but I'm also interested in seeing what you have to say. So drop it down below. That's all for now. Have a nice day, and I'll catch you later.